Thousands of Americans woke up on August 30th to find their phones displaying those dreaded letters, SOS. Verizon, one of the nation's largest wireless carriers, experienced a massive nationwide outage that left customers stranded without regular phone service, texts, or mobile data. What started as isolated reports around noon Eastern Time quickly exploded into a crisis affecting over 23,000 users, according to Down Detector. This wasn't just another minor glitch. Entire families found themselves cut off from communication. Businesses lost critical connections, and people traveling without GPS suddenly felt completely isolated. The outage highlighted just how dependent our modern society has become on constant connectivity, transforming what should have been a normal Saturday afternoon into a communications nightmare for millions of Americans across the country. The root of this massive disruption traces back to what Verizon officially called a software issue affecting their wireless network infrastructure. Unlike hardware failures or natural disasters that typically cause localized outages, this software malfunction created a cascading effect across multiple states simultaneously. The problem began manifesting around 12 p.m. Eastern Time, with the first surge of complaints hitting Down Detector at 1:43 p.m. Major metropolitan areas bore the brunt of the impact, with cities like Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, New York, and Miami reporting the highest concentration of service failures. What made this outage particularly frustrating was Verizon's initial silence. The company took hours to acknowledge the problem publicly while customers desperately tried troubleshooting their devices. This communication vacuum created additional anxiety as people wondered if their phones were broken or if something more serious was happening to the network infrastructure. The immediate impact extended far beyond simple inconvenience, touching every aspect of daily life that depends on mobile connectivity. Businesses reported lost revenue from missed calls and canceled appointments, while delivery services struggled without GPS navigation and communication tools. Emergency responders faced additional challenges as people couldn't easily call for help through normal channels, though SOS mode still allowed emergency calls. Social media exploded with frustrated customers demanding answers and compensation, with many questioning why they pay premium prices for unreliable service. The outage particularly affected two-factor authentication systems, leaving people locked out of banking apps and important accounts. Families separated during weekend activities found themselves unable to coordinate meetups or check on each other's safety. The financial implications were staggering, with some industry experts estimating millions of dollars in lost productivity and business revenue during the peak outage hours. This outage serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities inherent in our increasingly connected society and raises serious questions about infrastructure resilience. Telecommunications companies are now under greater pressure to invest in redundant systems and better disaster recovery protocols to prevent similar widespread failures. The incident will likely accelerate discussions about requiring carriers to implement automatic roaming agreements during outages, allowing customers to access competitor networks during emergencies. Regulatory bodies are expected to scrutinize Verizon's response time and transparency, potentially leading to new requirements for faster public communications during network failures. The business world is also reevaluating backup communication strategies, with many companies now considering secondary carriers or satellite communication options. This event demonstrates that as we become more dependent on wireless technology for everything from medical devices to smart home systems, the stakes for network reliability continue to rise exponentially. The Verizon outage of August 30th wasn't just a technical failure. It was a wake-up call about our digital dependency and the fragility of the systems we trust with our daily lives. While service was eventually restored later that evening, the hours of disruption left lasting questions about carrier reliability and emergency preparedness. For consumers, this incident highlights the importance of having backup communication plans and understanding features like SOS mode that can still connect you to emergency services when regular networks fail. The outage also demonstrated the power of social media as an alternative communication channel when traditional methods break down. Moving forward, this experience should prompt both individuals and businesses to develop contingency plans for network failures. What backup communication methods do you have in place? Have you experienced similar outages with your carrier? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more coverage of technology events that impact our daily lives.